Welcome to Latest. I'm very excited that you can join us today for this big announcement about the new freeze drying. My name is Tuan Pham. It's my pleasure to have you here. The Lyovapor L250 is Vichy's commitment to reduce environmental footprint without compromising to the performance and reliability. The green and powerful L250s come with unique benefits for you, our customer. Could I make you excited and curious? Let me show you the instrument in details. The Lyovapor L250 has an ice condenser capacity of in total 5 kg and a temperature of -85. With this temperature, you can dry organic solvent mixtures with feasible triple points. We make sure that our freeze-drying instrument has a great cooling performance to maintain the condenser temperature even with lots of sample. This will benefit you too. First, achieve the maximum solvent recovery for a safe drying process. Second, to produce the best drying results without collapse. And last but not least, sample with low residual moisture. Another special feature is the EcoStream innovation. With a global warming potential index of 4, the L250 is the greenest freeze-drying instrument out there. To achieve this index, we use refrigerants that have very low CO2 footprint, which will cut down the greenhouse effect. At the same time, these refrigerants have low toxicity, which don't require expensive recycling process. On top of that, the instrument consumes about 40% less electrical energy and produce less heat. With the L250, you will have a sustainable freeze-drying solution for an eco-friendly lab environment. We at Vichy want you to embrace the efficiency and maximize the process control. We introduced the infinite control technology, including a touchscreen on the instrument, a software, and a mobile app. A live graphic on the screen gives you a quick overview about the process parameters at a glance. With the endpoint denomination, you can in situ tell when the sublimation process is over. This will save you a lot of time and increase the results reproducibility. This is also available for the manifold. The mobile app is a great addition to support you in your daily lab. Keep track of freeze-drying run from anywhere in the world. Get push notification once your endpoint is reached. The software is a great platform to program and start a freeze-drying method, manage your data, and create report. By connecting the instrument to the software, you can control the process in real time and remotely. The L250 has two variants, Basic and Pro, with matching drying chambers from manifold to non-heated shelf and stop ring with heating shelf. The L250 solution can accommodate different sample containers and customer application. By introducing the Lyovapor L250, Vichy wants to set new standard for performance and eco-friendliness for the laboratory freeze-drying. I hope you are interested in our new freeze-drying instrument. I would love to take your question now. So for that, I will go to a meeting room. So see you in a minute. So, I finally arrived in this meeting room and ready for your questions. So, thanks for staying with me until now. So now is your time to ask me all the questions that you want to know about our new freeze-drying instrument L250. So please put your question now in the live chat box, and then I will read them and answer to you directly. So while we are waiting a little bit for you to put your questions into the chat box, I want to take a couple of minutes to tell you about a little bit the story, how we sort of developed this instrument. So I remember a couple of years ago, we observed in the freeze-drying market the demand for sustainable freeze-drying instrument, which means that instrument with refrigerants of low global warming potential. And this demand actually has been raised not only by laboratory users, but also by government bodies. And since then, this demand actually has increased quite heavily. The second thing that we observed in the past is that users really want a freeze-drying instrument which can dry efficiently and also effectively their sample, so that their freeze-drying process can become, how can I say, can become more efficient. And the L250 is indeed the solution for those two requests. And thanks to the hard work of the research team at Büchi, I'm very, very proud to really stand next to this very, very exciting freeze-drying product of Büchi. And another thing which I would like to mention here is I would like to thank the other, let's say, other contributors who have made this product even, how can I say, available. And one will be the board of director at Büchi, and second is all the testing users which have been supported us during the development process of this great product. So I think now the time is over. Now I'm going to read, or first I'll have to go into the chat first, and then I'm going to read your questions. Good. So let's see, what do we have? So the first question that I have here is from Peter. Yes. Is the ice condenser temperature adjustable? Great question, Peter. So the answer is first, no. The L250 is made specifically for -85 degree condenser temperature, but in the freeze-drying portfolio of Büchi, we also have the L200 and the L300, which provide you ice condenser temperature of -55 and -105. So you can check out our freeze-drying portfolio of Büchi and select the instrument which fits to your needs. Good. Then the next question: can the instrument handle every solvent beside water? And the answer is no. Actually, sorry, Marvin asked this question, and the answer is yes. So the L250 can handle organic solvent mixture in certain concentration range, as long as they have, let's say, feasible triple point and also freezing temperature. So I would like to explain this one a little bit more. So let's take the acetonitrile, right? So the acetonitrile has the triple point at around 1.5 millibar and minus 46 degree, and a freezing temperature of minus 50 degrees. So for this solvent, you can freeze, let's say, 12 rotational frozen flasks of acetonitrile with concentration up to around 50%. And if, let's say, your sample amount gets less, you can even process even 100% acetonitrile on the L250. Good. So the next question is really ask how much electrical energy can we save with this instrument, and how does it impact the cost that one can save with this instrument. Okay, also another very great question. So as I mentioned before in my product presentation, the L250 was consume less electrical energy. So for this explanation, I would like to let's say, take one, let's say, setup so that you can understand the amount of electrical saving that you can have on this instrument, okay? So let's take a test setup of 12 manifold filled with water, and let's assume that the drying process would take around 36 hours. And if you now, let's say, measure the electrical consumption for this test setup, okay, the L250 will consume max 700 watt. This is the maximum electrical consumption. And if we now, let's say, calculate the total consumption, let's say, all over 36 hours, the instrument will consume around 16 kilowatt hours. And if you now, let's say, take this value, so 715 kilowatt for the entire process, and compare it to, let's say, freeze drying, minus 85 degree freeze drying of similar ice condenser of other brands, you will realize that the L250 consume 40% less electrical energy. And if we now put it, let's say, or translate into money, then we realize that depending how is your electrical price in your local country, you can save over several thousand Swiss francs over a period of time of 5 years. So you can see you actually really have a proper return of investment just by using 250. Good. I hope I do not spend so much time on this question, but I'm really, really passionate about this feature. So that's why. Good. Next one is, yes, Juan. How many samples can I apply on the instrument on the instrument at once? Okay. Also a very an interesting question. So you have here ice condensing capacity of 4 kilogram. So let's say you have a very, very diluted solution of many, many samples. Then you can refer to this value. So meaning you can freeze dry 4 kilogram of solvent in one go. The total ice condenser capacity is 5 kg, meaning once the ice condenser is loaded with 5 kilograms of solvent, you have to defrost the L250. Good. The next one. Good. What type of vacuum pump can be connected to the lyophilizer? Okay, also a great question. So the L250, you can connect, let's say, in general, two types of vacuum pump. So the first option is the classical oil pump, and the second one is scroll pump. Nowadays, you have several brands which offer this, how can I say, pump technology, but we at Bushi, we can offer you oil pump by Pfeiffer and a scroll pump by Edwards. Okay? All right. Then, Christoph asks, can the aeration process be controlled, and is it possible to work with inert gas? Yes. Okay, good. Okay, then I would like to use this question to explain a little bit more. So the L250 comes with two types of vacuum regulation. The first one is the ultimate vacuum regulation or control, meaning you just work with the ultimate vacuum that the system can provide, meaning there's no vacuum regulation. And the second one is the advanced vacuum regulation, where you can set up, let's say, precisely a certain pressure value, and then the system will regulate or control the vacuum that you just set. So, meaning to, let's say, to aerate the system in, let's say, with the ultimate vacuum control, you have to do the aeration manually. And in the advanced vacuum control, let's say, optioned, you will get an aeration valve which will aerate the system in a very precise and also controlled way, so that things like product fly out will not happen. Okay, and then the inert gas question, yes, you can work with inert gas, or you can connect the inert gas to the L250 via the aeration and the regulation valve. Okay, just make sure that the let's say pressure setting for the inert gas follows the technical specification data that we have in our technical data document or sheet. Good. The next one, is really, I must say this, is really, really excited to read your questions here because I see that you guys really, really interested in this instrument. Okay, so I hope I say your name right, Morima. What about heat and noise emission of the instrument? Okay, so I start with heat first. So as I mentioned before, the L250 consumes less electrical energy. So that's why I can tell you that heat emission for L250 is reduced in comparison to other instruments. The noise level of the L250 is around 52 decibel A, which is also quite low in comparison to other freestyle instruments. Good. Next one, Stefan. How complicated is it to defrost the instrument? Okay. Also a great question. So the L250 now doesn't have, let's say, the defrost function, which is how can I say, or which can work automatically. So for the defrosting of the L250, you have to let the ice defrost at room temperature. Okay? Good. And then, of course, one thing which is very important is to clean the instrument after the defrosting. Good. The next thing. Can the shells be adjustable? Same Sentil, if I say, I hope I say your name right. I'm not sure if I get the question right. You mean in terms of temperature. Yes, you can set the shelf temperature up to 60 degrees. Our shelves can be frozen in external freezer down to minus 80. In terms of, if I look now at the rack which is next to me, yes, you can also change the position of the shelf within this rack. So if you mean by adjustable those attributes, then yes, the shelves are adjustable in terms of temperature and also in terms of position or height, so that you can put, especially for a wine application, different sizes of wines onto the shelf. Okay, next one is Sweta. Tell us about energy efficiency. Okay, I think this question goes a bit to the question. Now I have to scroll a bit to the question that someone asked before about electrical energy consumption. So in terms of energy efficiency, I can tell you that so the L250 consume around, depending which instrument you compare to, around 40% less electrical energy. But at the same time, with the great EcoStream innovation, we are able to keep the ice condenser temperature at a very low range, even if you have a lot of sample attached to the instrument. So to answer this question very generally, the efficiency is high. Okay, it sounds, I know it sounds almost impossible that you need less electrical energy but still have the maximum performance. But this is really the great thing about the EcoStream innovation at Vichy, and also the great thing about the L250 freeze-drying instrument. So I'm very, very proud of that. Good. Then we move to the next one. Marvin G. How can I be sure that the instrument can stand solvent and acids that should be freeze-dried? Yeah, also a very great question. So for the L250, I can tell you that we use high quality steel that can really withstand the very aggressive solvent that some users must, or let's say, must freeze dry. So the high quality steel is the solution for that. Good. Then the next one is from Stephen. What about the GVP of this device? Okay, also a great question. So the global warming potential. So, for those of you who is not familiar with the short-term GVP, GVP stands for global warming potential. So each refrigerant that you use in the freeze-drying instrument has a certain GVP value, and the lower this value, the greener or sustainable in terms of toxicity, in terms of CO2 footprint, this particular refrigerant will be. Okay, so just to summarize it quickly, so for the refrigerant mixture that we have in the 250, the GVP value is at 4. And with this value, the 250 Lyovapor 250 is the greenest freeze-drying on the market in the moment. Good. The next one, how big is the instrument? Oh, this is, okay, so I don't remember precisely every single value, but this is, I think, in the width, the instrument has a width of 53 centimeter, a depth is about 64, and the height is about 51 centimeter. Okay? Okay. The next one, okay. Christoph asking, what are the options for disassembling the manifold to confirm the effectiveness of cleaning? Okay, let me try. What are the options for disassembling? Okay, good. So for the manifold, let's start from the beginning. So for the manifold valve that Vichy provide to you, you can take out the manifold, how can I say that, actually the valve, which you have to turn to open and close. So those you can take out and clean. And by removing this valve, you will be able to get into the side of the, how can I say, rubber body of the manifold valve. So this you can also clean very nicely. And actually all the other parts which you have on the manifold valve at Vichy, you can really take it apart and clean. What I do is to take water and clean them, and then always, and please don't forget after the cleaning to put a tiny bit of vacuum grease so that the manifold valve can be closed and open nicely. Okay, next one. Christoph asks, how does the system respond to power cuts? Does it have any surge protection? Yes. Okay. This is also a great question. So the L250 and very similar to the L200 and 300, we have, let's say, two recovering mode depending on the time of the power shortcut, in case you will face some in the future. So what the instrument would do is that depending on the time, if let's say the time is short enough, the instrument will start automatically and bring all the parameters, meaning the shelf temperature, the pressure setting, back to the original state. For example, within a program or within a method. Or the second option is if the time is of the shortcut was too long or is too long, the instrument will ask you if you want to restart the instrument or recover the instrument, and if you press yes, then the instrument will also act accordingly, meaning bring the process back to the original state. Good. All right. Then let's see what else do I have in the chat. But I think it seems like there are no questions so far. But I must say, all the questions that I received so far have been very, very great. It really showed me that you guys are interested in this instrument. So thank you very much for the questions that I received so far. Good. Then I would say, if there is no further questions, and of course, this live event is not the end of the entire journey. Of course, you always can reach out to us. So to all of you who watch now live or maybe watch the live event later on, please feel free to reach out to us for any kind of demand, request, questions. And you can reach us via the contact form. The link to the contact form will be in the information box or in the QR code that you just can see on your screen right now. And yes, I'm really looking forward to support and guide you. And once again, yes, it's really my pleasure to be here and to introduce this great freeze drying instrument to you. And now I have to go and have to support our sales team to bring this instrument even on a global, how can I say, in a global context. So thank you guys, and take care, and bye-bye.